Welcome back to the adventures of Fandros, the undead warlock, who in life was an adept mage who came bitter as he grew older but not more talented. He turned to the dark arts when he was set free in undeath, and here his adventures begin. I know, a fellow undead. I think it will be nice to co-op, but right here in the beginning we'll just go through the initial levels all by ourselves. So if you watch part 0, you'll know a little bit more on the backstory of Fandros. We'll not go too much into depth, other than that short introduction. But this is our guy.
What is it?
Forsaken Warlock. So we just woke up. No longer the slave of the Lich King. We are to speak with priests and tell us
Victory for
how to move on with our new life. So we'll move into Death Knell. And there's a guide here on the right side, and we'll maybe loosely follow that, but I think we can do the quests right here. That's pretty cozy. So, this is Death Knell. There's our priest. Hello.
I am forsaken.
No, we definitely have sovereigns, especially me. Yeah, some shock. Yeah. Screw the Scourge. Fine.
Remember, patience, discipline.
We'll destroy them all. Oh, and you even reward me for it. Great. So, Fandros remembers some of the fire magic he learned at the School of Mages from his previous life, though it has turned from fireball into something else, corrupted by the fell and dark arts. This is a fear button. And bam, he opens up. And by watching the Death Knights of the Scourge invading his land long ago when he died, he also learned the arts of Shadow Bolt. Not quite as potent yet as he would like, but he will grow in power as his understanding of this new magic increases. I'm going to slay the zombies who are still enslaved by the Lich King. Oi.
I am forsaken.
Nice job, Randolph. So, we'll get on with it. Seems like 3 spells, that's a lot of mana to expend. So, and we have our MP5 rule here. Let's regenerate a bit. Immolate is least 90. It's 1 dot. It's better than nothing. So maybe 1 Immolate and 1 Shadow Bolt. Seems like enough. We'll also do it somewhat effectively. Maybe 2. And that one resisted as well. Okay. We can do 1 Immolate, 1 Shadow Bolt. Really like to find our imp. So I will do this first quest. Mindless one. And like a bully, we are finally glad that there's something lower in the pecking order than us. We're really glad that someone other than us are the lowest form of life. In the Kirin Tor, Fandros wasn't accepted at all. He was undisciplined, and he was untalented. not accepted by his peers, he turned in death. The shadow magic of the Scourge. I think it's Necrosis that's making that sound. Might need to turn it off. He's not. We're not role playing as the Joker. That's not why he's laughing all the time. Might be a little too much. I mean, it's got fear protections because it's undead, like we have the Will of the Forsaken. But fear is a big part of our kit. So now we just need some more wretched zombies. We can kill everything else, but... Oh, level 2, that hit greatly with our mana. Easily cast 3 spells now per mob. And you notice I've turned off the not enough mana sounds. Though they are pretty rememberable. They're a big part of the soundscape in Classic. I think it's for the better to not have them, because you can spam your keys as often without overruling everything else. Another red mindless. Wait. I think Terraceful Grades, though it's a dark grey zone, it's also a very ambient zone. Oh, mindless. I wanna go. Hey, rat. Oh, couldn't even kill a rat. We need Randall for that. And though I'm escaping over some mobs here, it's good practice to actually just kill everything, I think, for the experience. And I might just incorporate that into
Speak quickly.
doing that a long way. Very unfortunate. We could have used the numbers. They rotted too long. I do not have any memories left. I think we'll pick the cloth gear. A scroll! Matter of great importance. We'll head to our Warlock trainer.
Trust no one.
Our new apprentice. Or we are the new apprentice. So right here with the rewards, the immersion is screwing up a little bit. But it's supposed to sit so that we can see the TLDR right here at the bottom. And the immersive text right here on the top. Yes, we'll kill the skeletons as well.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Oh, Novice Eldrith.
Hello?
Hello.
What is it?
Tending to wounded warriors. Yeah, I'll bring you some.
Do not seek death.
Fine. Maximilian,
Listening.
you sent me the scroll. Thank you for your welcome. Still being a slave. We deserve power, I agree. Finally us. Finally mine for the taking.
Goodbye.
I haven't got all day.
Yes, I would like to learn the ways of the Warlock. Three skulls. I agree.
Trust no one.
Sheila. Hello there, Rand.
I have exactly what you need.
I have some goods I would like to sell.
Trust no one.
So the two different guide add-ons, the questy, which is all these icons, and the guide, which is the lime, they're conflicting a little bit, making this a little harder to read. But complete the dam, so that just means complete the quest for it. And it says to do it right here, but I think that's just in the general area. We can find them all over. I don't really want those skeletons. Or you're very eager to begin our initiation into the arts of the Warlock. Fandros have never yielded real power, but he can already feel, with this dabbling into the dark spells, he feels already greatly empowered in comparison to his previous life. His heart's desire is no longer compassion and love of others, but mere power. That's all he seeks now. See here, the add-on also helps. It puts a little sword. I think that's because it's this one doesn't have it, or maybe it's just because we're in combat. Yeah, it could be. I think I remember something about those boxes. They seem of great importance. Oh, another level. We're gaining in power. Piercing the whale. And we're gonna go back for that, definitely. We want our imp. We're so eager to learn more. Finally! Something we can excel at. Oh, that's great.
What
Marthand.
do you require?
Hello. I will not underestimate it.
Embrace the shadow.
We learned our imp. I think I'm a little scared to use it right here in the open. Still cling to the old.
What do you require?
Hello, Kava. I'm just gonna go borrow my room real quick. The old stigmas of life. That summoning demons is not something you do in daylight. We seek the privacy right here. Nothing went wrong. Job bad. Hello. Yes, fireball. I think I might need to... We need to bind these. Because we want our pet to attack before or alongside us, so we could do something like this. There's no assist, so it won't attack unless we are being attacked, so I'll just have to create a bind for that. So that's gonna be action bar maybe? Pet action. 1. And I don't think we have anything set up to control. I don't know why these are bound. Let's see who get aggro first. And here thread plates, they should come in handy. We are red, so we have aggro. And I think it will turn yellow if our pet gets it. Ooh, a bat. Just what we need. So, I'm gonna have to master this. You can also make a macro for it. And that might also be very useful since I think that's gonna be easier. So I think we can make a new one. And it's just gonna be immo pet. And we can say show tooltip. Cast blade. And I think this is gonna be hit attack, maybe in one word. Yes, that works. And if we are in range, we're gonna attack as well. Oh yeah, it turned yellow right there. I think that's because our pet got aggro. So that's our pet attack now. I think that's fine. And you can see the add-on with the loot because we have a quest to loot it. Yeah, burns a lot of mana as well. Oh, it hunts a rabbit. Now the hunter... Hey, where are you going? I was about to say that the hunter became the prey, but it changed his mind, and now we pull 2 things. It juked us totally right there. Just gonna multiply dots right here. And see if... Oh, I did not die. Maybe we need to conserve some mana right here. So it seems like our imp cannot melee, so when it goes out of mana, it's out. Because it seemed like it had no mana and was still ordered to attack and just did nothing. That's interesting to note. But here the early weapons we can spam more spells, but I think we'll need a wand or something similar real quick. Die, rat! It's hiding very well right there. I think Fandros is also pretty eager to be part of something. He never felt at home with the other mages due to the fact that he was so underappreciated due to him not having any skills. So being welcomed into the Forsaken, that's a new experience for Fandros, which will make him tilt to do terrible deeds even faster. Well, Fandros does not think of himself of himself as a bad person, and he will probably end up doing very bad things due to him, due to his feeling of being treated poorly. Turn in Root Awakening. So we can try and follow the guide a little bit. Just skipping quest, that seems weird. We can go sell as well. We don't have any free slots. Or a lot of them anyway. Hello.
I'm listening.
Yes. I can keep myself unharmed. A bracer, thank you. Wait. So we can switch between the two if we think one is going too slow. Grandmother's wish. Bury him. Fine.
Goodbye.
We'll help out. We haven't reached level 4 yet, so there are no new spells. But here, the Executor. Natural resources. Gold was scarce. Gold mine overrun with spiders. Can't have that, can we? Fine. I'll do it for West.
Farewell.
Saltane.
What is it?
Greetings. Oh, if you put it like that, fine. But will you reward me? Ah, I could use a belt. Fine.
Beware. Our enemy is abound.
Hello, blacksmith.
Speak quickly.
Why doesn't it sell automatically?
Beware.
I thought there was a button to sell. I thought it did that previously. So, yes. I'm just gonna curious. So it says to do the spiders now? Check out the crates during your stay in Death Knell. So this should be one, right? This might be not a good position. I feel like my stuff is moved, but that might be because of my imp. So it's right there in the middle of my cash bar now. That's not too great. Maybe like this. Yeah, it's okay. So let my int tank for a little bit. Should be fine. Oh, we can parry as well. How can such a tiny imp parry attacks when a shaman can't? I found that a little weird. My MP5 is a little Maybe shorten a little bit. We'll do that later. So I have a problem over here, or maybe I should make my minimap a little little smaller. I just thought I like it. Oh, and this is the time. And this is TomTom, that's a separate add-on, but I can move it over here. And this is just okay, should be fine for now. Won't use that anyway. Or maybe a little further down. So why I'm cancelling spells is that you only spend the mana if you actually finish the cast. That does not go for channel spells, which we will have some of later on. So we'll have to learn how to manage at some point, but for now we can just cancel a cast if we feel like it's not necessary to spend the mana. And we go ahead for the gold mine, clear that out. Resisted. Die. Leather. We might have to do a separate out the pet attack at some point, so we can have a little bit more pet control, but here in the beginning I think it's okay. Ooh, level 4. I wonder what we are going to get. No, leveling is like a box of chocolate. Especially at level 10 onwards, then I agree. Of course, if you can't speak demon, you have no idea what he just said, but of course, being intrigued by that the grass was greener and on the other side, Fandros have studied some demonic, why he was so quick to change his magic ways when he turned into the undead. He's not fluent, but he knows some of the basic words like die and mutilate and all the things the demons say often. And if you watched part 0, you might notice that interferes a little bit. You might have to move those slots as well. It's not gonna be enough. Ooh, wow. So these are aggressive. So this is actually the first challenge we'll get. So far the creatures in Death Knell have been pretty peaceful. I want to get to the entrance. Or to the end. There's often some goodie at the end, right? It's a very gamey mechanic, but it's something that's nice. If you can manage to get all the way to the end, there should be some kind of reward for you. And this probably is why the guide told us to buy some water, because already now the mana regeneration is starting to be a little bit of a thing. So we'll just auto attack a little bit more. Maybe we can apply only 1 dot. Then let our mana regenerate. Unless we pull 2 things. think that this does not coincide with this one. Oh, it is not a one. This is one. Okay, so we are doing it a little bit of a alternative order, but I don't think that's gonna be too important. But later on, these guides, they definitely have some knowledge that you as a player, a first-time player at least, cannot have at all. It's very much down to efficiency, that you can do some quests while they still give you experience. While if you do them in a different order, you might end up doing some quests that are too hard for you if you stay in a certain area, and then you'll come back to another area and the quest no longer give any experience. And so I think having this guide will just be a loose where to go kind of guide, and it might have to change it actually if because this will probably suggest us going to the Barrens and join up with everyone else who's running Wailing Caves and stuff like that. I think it would be fun to do a dungeon run, but I have heard that since the release of Shadowlands, the classic actual community has been a little silent. There's apparently too many people doing boosted runs in favor of actual dungeon runs. And since this is our first character, we do not have any gold advantage or anything like that. So we won't be doing any boosted runs. It's also not very immersive to pay to win. Basically, you can think of it as hiring a mercenary, which is a very cowardly, warlike thing to do. But we rather want to do the content as intended. So if we can find a group, of course, that would be nice. But I think there's something wrong with her, and I don't know how actually. And this first part, even though we should be all covered in the first one, then of course there's going to be some where is it? There, rainfall. Okay, seems to be set up in the right way. So I think that the Blizzard combat battle text is still being applied. I think that's an interface option. Game, combat. Didn't notice that before. Now you can just see them raining down right there. I have turned off the nameplates by default. That might be a little when we don't get to watch the first hit at initial hit due to the nameplate only being activated in combat. But there might be a workaround for that. Kind of sad when you want to open up with a big Shadow Bolt crit. Ooh, and there's a chest I spotted in the fog. We won't sit. We won't sit. Yes, yes. In life, Fandros would never have approached these foes. But in death, he dares. Wait, and our imp is getting in trouble. We might have to expend a little bit more mana right here to save it. Yeah, it's gonna die. There lies Jupad. Luckily, imps are expendable. And a matriarch. Inventory is full. So they sell for 2 copper. And these sell for way more because they're stackable. So I think we'll just keep whatever we have right here. And a piece of bread. Fuck it. Here under the cover of the cave, we dare to summon our imp once again. And it's a slow cast, unless we go into demonology, so if we lose our pet, we have to fight on our own until after combat ends. Resisted. We can't loot anymore. When we have no water now. Sticky Eager. You might actually sell something like this, because when these stack up, they sell for way more, even at one. So, are you prepared? Oh, you revived. How nice. Die! And a cloak. Can we put it on? No, we have to destroy something. I'm gonna need this cap. Wait. And we can wear those as well. So we're getting there, And we have to hack this brief backspace to loot this chest. But we are not finished with the spiders. Oi. And now we are trapped inside. I think this is probably the point where you should have thought a little bit further and cleared all the outside spiders before going in, so you can just use your heartstone out of here. But you live and you learn. Here in the first level, I think it's okay to just grind out a bit. It's never bad to be. You get ahead really quick, and it's never a bad thing to be ahead a little bit. I think similar here. We'll just sell one of these to have one of these items that stack and sell for way more. What a creepy cave. So I apparently spelled show tooltip wrong, and we're not getting the emulate tooltip. We can fix that. It seems like it costs about as much mana as my Shadow Bolt, but I think the damage from Immolate is very much worth it. The damage over time, especially when we want to front load our mana expenditure to regain while we melee it down. And I think the strategy going forward is to apply all dots right there, last tick, and it dies. That way we get full value from our application of Immolate. So we want to apply our longest running dots first, and then when everything is applied, then just melee down so we can regenerate our mana while the dots are ticking and gaining their worth in damage per mana spent. So if we dot it up, you just spend all our mana to dot up, and then spammed Shadow Bolt. That might be a good idea if there are multiple mobs or we really want to burst something down. But when we want to be efficient, then we want to get that value back for the mana we spend. And I set it up so that hits are going down, normal hits, and with their icon next to it, and just a white hit that's then auto attack, 3/2 damage, and then the criticals are going upwards. So all the crits you see, they will 2. Okay. Really looking forward to come home and sell right here. It is better than the last one. I think Jopad, even though he's not going to admit it, he's a little like us. He's a little undervalued in Demon Society. Plays a little tougher than he is, due to his size and him being picked on by bigger demons. A belt? I think I remember that male items were valued more, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It makes sense, right? We are lacking materials, and there should be more material in a iron boot than in a simple cloth one. Outside again. Breathing the dead air into our non-existing lungs. We'll go hunt for skeletons. I see some. Might even be able to here we see being attacked hinders our ability to cast more spells. That's why a pet tanking is going to be so beneficial for us when we have those strain abilities, so that we pay the full mana cost up front from, to be able to take the blunt of that. I think we might going to go sell before we do it. A lot else. Crawling. We'll go harvest this equipment. Might be something upstairs as well. And then the chest. Yes, yes! Treasure! And these don't sell for much, so we do not care too much for them. So treasure aren't too exciting here in the beginning, but I think at some point it's gonna be very nice to grab a few extra chests along the way. So I think that laughter is necrosis warning us that we cannot fear. We cannot rely on our fear to do the heavy lifting if we get aggro. And it should come with a similar warning for banish and what else we have. There. You got the gear. Die, rat. I think we're gonna go stealth first. We might have to make up some space. Hello, blacksmith.
Be quick about your business.
alt right click. It might be due to the fact that some of these might be useful. They are grey items, so they should be none.
Farewell.
I have to look into that.
Speak quickly.
Hello, Aaron. Yes, we'll burn the webbing. You should have told me. I could have applied the appropriate pyrotechnics. Yeah, I'm not going back there. Detachment of Scully Crusade. A weapon. I'll accept.
Watch your back.
That's a great one. We no longer wearing a dress. Hello, world.
This had better be good.
Yes, I scavenged the items. We'll take the belt.
The shadow.
And
Get
you
away.
are.
This had better be good.
Some boots.
Our time will come.
Fine.
What now?
Maximilian, I return to you. I will take corruption and weakness.
Where the living.
Corruption. 2-second casts. And damage reduced. We'll put that somewhere. Damage caused by the target is reduced. Only 1 curse per Warlock. Okay, 2 minutes. That's a long verse.
What is it? Watch your back.
I think we'll go by the arrow now. And try out our new curses. I don't see any reason to not cast. I think Immolate is the same amount of mana and the same cast time, so we can cast that first so our pet can do the damage for us. So this is hold shift. Any little fun. He's a big one. Back into the grave. Samuel Flips. I remember you. Still the pestilence in life, I see. maybe kill the crusade while we're here. Humans so easily corrupted. So maybe just 3 spells? That's even too much because they die too fast and you can see, ooh, a bag. Very nice. Very good start. So we could just cast both our spells. Oh, and it takes aggro from our... Splitting the damage that might not be too bad. So it's good to know that attacking at the same time, our imp can actually tank a little bit with just our dots applied. Still even with these 2 dots only, they still outlast, or the dots outlast the health ban of the mob. So we might already be able to multi-dot right here. Finish out that one. Just wait for a little bit of mana. We are destroying their camp. Good, good. And the cast time seems to be pretty well aligned. I have to go into here. So this is 15 seconds and this is 12 seconds. So I think it's also very fitting to cast the Immolate first, to have them end up finishing around the same time. Wait, and we pulled 3 guys here. This is might be too tough. Very good. He's not gonna do anything. Attack him! Okay, so we'll just confirm that Jump Hat can't attack at all. But we did clear out an entire camp right there. That's pretty great, I think. Might not have been such a big accomplishment when you think about it at its low level, but later on when the mobs get a lot harder, we also have a lot more tools at our disposal. I think that's we're setting up pretty great right here. What if I do this? See a commander right there. Let's go kill him. So I'm actually wondering, I haven't said cannibalize. Okay, but it only regenerates health, as I can see. I'm missing some keybinds. I should have some keybinds right here. Where my pet bar is. So There's some add-on fixing to do, and I think I'll do that in between the next part and this one. No letter. Was hoping for secret commander intel. Not this time. Great. We fulfilled the wishes of can't remember what's his face. Aaron? Was it Aaron? Who gave us this task? Yes, it was. Hello, Aaron. I return to you, a victor.
You ask, I'm dead.
Yes. What fools. Give me that.
Trust no one.
We'll go ahead and bury Samuel. No one tell her wife that he was a dipshit. Sorry, Aaron, that was not you. Hello, my lady.
What is it? Dark lady, watch over you.
Just in time.
What is it?
Yes, yes. Life tap and shadow bolt. So, like we did with Immolate, I think we can create a shadow bolt macro, so we don't have to change out the spell each time. Maybe we want to rank run somewhere to make a pull, or don't we have to fish for anything? Yes. Life tap. This is critical. Maybe we'll hold on to this water, since we clearly could have used it. And we'll take the gray back.
And you are... Trust no one.
Now we need to get the documents. But I think this is a fine top to take a little rest. And I'll fix up the atoms for the next part. Hello, Archbold. Can I rent you a room? I'll just go upstairs. And see you in the next one.